Xin chào everyone, welcome to everyone to Hoi An. I fell in love with the Florence at the age of 10 and have traveled quite since, but there are always more places to discover. The town's rose tours prominence in the 16th century and for the next 200 years provides one of Vietnam's most important trading ports. It has been occupied by the Chinese, Japanese and Europeans, and there's influence visible throughout of the outhouse, especially in the temple and houses built by merchants who came to trade, but it set down rules. Toward the end of the 18th century, the river slowly sealed up. Although this eventually led to the end of the trade, it had preserved the town so that in 1999 it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. A walking tours of Hoi An. The best way to discover Hoi An, however, is to simply wander. Little more than a maze of the fields. There are temples, museums and preserved houses to visit. Yet, with some 850 buildings heritage protected, the best views for the towns come from the place which are free to all. As with everywhere in this country, the real of Vietnam is to be found in unexpected places, such as backstreets or turning down unexpected alley, or the talking with broken English to the old lady who sells Chinese corals. In the hidden nook and the crannies, I found the art galleries, cafes, gastronomic game, ceramics for sales, shops filled with lanterns, and of course the silk, for which town is famed. There are the woodworkers and the carvers, artists at work and craft shop. Plus, there are always cold drinks for sales. Important no matter the times of the year. In this part of Vietnam, it is either hot, dry, hot and wet. And here from the forest, you can buy the tickets for the boat. Only the 80,000 local people will take to use by the boat along the Truong River from the outer center to the Kam Kim village. The outtown starts at the Japanese cover bridge. The line Viet the good means Japanese pagoda. This gracefully arching the bridge of the break, and the temple dates back to early 17th centuries, but has been built several times due to the flood and the fire. At one end is a dog, the zodiac, the zodiac years in which brick was started, and at the other monkeys, the years of the bridge was finished. The streams under the bridge is quite tiny and reflections of how much rivers has sealed up over centuries. Halfway across the bridge is a small temple dedicated to Chanvo Bade. It means God of the North, who controls the weather. The unique influence of the Chinese and Japanese traders can be seen in the buildings, especially along Chunfu and Nguyễn Thái Học. Most are 2 stories. Their roofs covered in the tiles and present a unique skyline. The results, the amalgamations of the Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese style. Inside a large interior room is topped by an upper gallery. The rooms are the wonders of the hand-carved woodwork, with the exquisite inlays and rich detailing. The main rooms opens onto sun-drenched outer courtyard. The best-known house is the Donkey, 100 and 1 Nguyễn Thái Học Street. Across the road, the 80s is Diệp Đồng Nguyên houses. It once functions as the pharmacies, and the original cabinets and the cases can still be seen. At the number 4 Nguyễn Thái Học Street is the Phùng Hưng house, lived in the by descendants of the original builder. A unique tea house. Many of these houses are the cafe or shops which you can simply wander through. One of the delight the rich hours is the Chunfu. Everyone's working have the age death and the visions impaired. The cafe is an oasis of the calm when the streets can be full of tourists. The business was established to employ disabled artisans, allow them to independently while practicing their craft. The items for sales are exquisite, from the coffee sets to bed linen, jewelry, and handicraft paper to lacquerware, and you can wander through the workshops and see things being made. Much of the work reflects traditional Vietnam craft, For example, material sourced from ethnic hilled type. In the old part of the Hoi An, the color lanterns are done everywhere in the house, and at night the soft glows of the candlelight settle over the towel. Thank you everyone already follow me, Truong Michael, to the walking in Hoi An Asian town. See you for next video. Really appreciate.